Welcome to Meridian Baseline State Park.
It's probably one of the smallest state parks in Michigan, but it's actually got a unique history that we're excited to share with you.
We're going to take a short hike down this trail behind us where the official monuments or markers for the Meridian and the baseline for the state of Michigan are located.
So we're going to travel 7,569 feet to get to the markers. And if you're wondering how far that actually is, it's 1.4 miles. But this sounds way more impressive.
So far, one of the most exciting things is apparently spring has arrived in Michigan finally. You can probably hear the frogs and miscellaneous other creatures that are making noise. Hopefully they're not too loud and you can hear us okay, but it's a good sign. It's starting to warm up.
It's finally starting to be thinking about being spring in Michigan, at least. I think it's in the 50s maybe. But it's really cool because we're on this trail and headed to the historical markers. And what's cool about this is this didn't used to be open. Even though the markers have been here since 1815, when they originally plotted out the map, there was no public access to it until 2015. The state had owned the land for many years, but unfortunately it was landlocked. And it wasn't until about 2013-14 when they were able to purchase some extra property and build this trail so that the public can actually get out and see the historical markers, which I think is really cool. So we're excited to be out here and enjoy what nature has to offer on this semi-spring day.
This is really more of a path through the woods than a hiking trail that some people might think, but you know, that provides for some easy access for folks.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of everything out here today. A bunch of couples, a family with little kids. So yeah, definitely access, and they've even got boardwalks for you too.
Pop quiz, do you know what this creek is?
The Meridian Baseline Creek.
That was a real question. I don't know what this is actually called.
If it were you, it would be the yellow-bellied seersucker water creek or something. But, you know, I'm not good at making stuff up. So we're just going to call it Creek Through Woods. It's very artistic.
It's not that I like to make stuff up. I just like to always have the answers. And did you know 72% of all statistics are made up?
So with spring in Michigan comes some sloppiness. So about that easy access trail we just mentioned, yeah, let me show you. Squish, squish, squish.
I, for one, think that after the long winter we've had, the sound of squishy mud is one of the best sounds in the world. I'm so over winter. Yes, we like to get outside in the wintertime and do things, but after a while, we just get tired of it. And it's April. So
yeah, I'm well past. Yeah.
It's time for no more snow and time for some mud for a bit. And then spring and summer, and it all gets better.
So the reason there are two markers is because they started to do an initial survey and then had to stop for a few years. And when they picked it back up, there was a bit of discrepancy about where the line was. And so for unknown reasons, they marked a whole separate starting point. But unfortunately, they'd already gone off of the first marker, and they'd already been selling land and plotting land from that. So because there's two markers, all land east of the Meridian line is based off the northern marker, and all property on the west half of Michigan is based off the southern marker. So while most everything in Michigan is pretty straightforward, cut and dried in little boxes, there are a few properties in this area that are a little bit jagged because they had to change markers and where they'd plotted that land originally. Meridian Baseline State Park is at the intersection of what is now known as Ingham County and Jackson County in southern lower Michigan. Because of its location, that means you can literally have one foot in Ingham County or Jackson County.
So these baseline markers that we've come out to visit, the north one and the south one, because they ended up doing 2 of them, are dealing with the east and west markers of the state. And they intersect. They intersect with the meridian. And you trusted the old Google machine and figured out what the heck they were talking about.
Yep. So way back in the 19th century, they did a Michigan survey. It was still the Michigan Territory at the time, and they needed to parcel off the land. People were starting to move in, and they wanted to sell it. So they needed to survey the land. So they started a survey, and they settled on this north-south line, the Michigan Meridian, because at the time in 1807, it was one of the boundaries that was already set, and it was part of the Treaty of Detroit, which was when we took some land from the Native Americans, which, you know, we know how that goes, but that's what they were doing. So it was the Treaty of Detroit, 1807. And then they started this survey. So the Michigan Meridian runs all the way straight up through Michigan and down. There's a road called Meridian Road, and we actually live right off of that in Meridian Township. It's really cool to us because we live in Meridian Township, and so I think this park is a little bit extra special in terms of actually getting to see it, because now we can understand why we live in Meridian Township and why we live near Meridian Road and why we have the Meridian Historical Village. I mean, it sort of, you start realizing your history and why things are named the way they are, and you just don't think about it sometimes. As we said, the Meridian is the north-south line that runs through Michigan, and then the baseline is east-west.
Land surveys and property lines in Michigan are different in a lot of places over the years, not just because of these changes in the meridian and the baseline markers, but, you know, over history, we ended up giving what was known as the Toledo Strip to Ohio. We ended up giving some land to Indiana at some point. We picked up the Upper Peninsula, which was a big score for Michigan.
Thanks, Ohio.
Big score. Thumbs up.
We didn't really want Toledo.
So that was big for us. And as far as I know, we got the Upper Peninsula from Ohio, and that was before they discovered copper.
Yes.
So once it became copper country, I'm sure Ohio was very unpleased with that decision.
But yeah, over the years, a lot has changed, and surveying itself has changed. I mean, before they were having to tramp through wilderness and swamp and mud and underbrush. I mean, there were no roads. Travel was mostly done by water. So the surveys are probably a little bit off because they didn't have all the fancy mechanical lasers and surveying equipment that they do now. So, I mean, kudos to the folks that went out there and were doing those surveys back in the 1800s, because, man, that would have just been really rough work. So it's amazing how accurate they were to begin with, but also probably explains why the 2 markers are about 900 feet off, because, well, things just weren't quite as specific at that point in time.
Well, and we've been in different museums and things over time, and we've seen notes about some of the very early surveying, and not even official surveying, but just coming out to Michigan to find out what was here for people. And there are a number of notebook entries that say that Michigan was essentially uninhabitable.
Oh, yeah.
It's mostly swampland.
Nobody wants it.
No one can use it for anything. But clearly somebody figured out over time that Michigan has a lot to offer. So I'm not sure about other states, but in Michigan, the definition of a state park changes a lot.
Right. As you can see, we've seen everything from a 7,956 feet walk in the woods to see 2 historical markers, and everything from Tacoma Falls, which is a huge park with lots of acres and waterfalls and a lake, you know, just everything in between, and in places that we haven't even shown you yet.
Yeah, and there are linear trails that are considered state parks, either for hiking or biking. We've been to the Milliken State Park, which is an urban park, Outdoor Adventure Center, which is an indoor state park. So again,
a little bit of everything, and I think that's what makes Michigan so unique, and we're just excited to keep on trekking and seeing what other parks have to offer. Yep, and so we're gonna travel 700 I don't know how to do math, apparently.